Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Malebu Mokari. For those of you who are new here, and to all my returning subscribers, welcome back. If you are new, a special hello and welcome to you. I hope that you will find this content interesting and insightful, and you will be encouraged to share this channel with your loved ones, your friends and your families, so that we can know what is going on in our bodies and how we can just take care of ourselves. So welcome. It's nice to be here. Okay, so today I am going to talk about endometriosis and how endometriosis can affect fertility, or how endometriosis can cause infertility. So simple biology, right? In order to conceive, we need a sperm and an egg, right? An egg has to be released from the ovaries and travel down the fallopian tubes, where it meets a sperm for fertilization. Once fertilization is successful, we then have what is called an embryo that has to travel down the fallopian tubes and into the uterus, where it sticks to the wall of the uterus. This is what we call implantation, right? Simple biology. This is how to conceive. Simple. However, with endometriosis, this can be a challenge. Okay, I just want to put this out there. You can fall pregnant, you can conceive with endometriosis. It's just that getting to that point of conceiving, yeah, that journey is difficult. It is so difficult. But with lifestyle changes, eating healthy, eating food that boosts your fertility, exercising, it is possible. Taking supplements, it is possible to fall pregnant. I managed to achieve one pregnancy in my lifetime. But just getting to that part where we conceive is a challenge. Okay, so how does endometriosis cause fertility? So number one, endometriosis can actually block ovaries. It can actually block the egg from being released from the ovary. This usually happens when you have what is called an endometrioma, or a chocolate cyst around the ovaries, right? So you can have the egg, it can be ready to be released, but then this endometrioma, which affects the functioning of the ovaries, will then block it. Imagine. Also, endometriosis can also prevent the fallopian tube from picking up the egg. So the egg can be released without any issues, but it's very difficult for the fallopian tube to pick it up, right? Endometriosis can also lead to the fallopian tube being blocked, and this is because endometriosis causes inflammation and scar tissue. So it causes inflammation as well as scar tissue within the fallopian tube, which can also prevent fertilization from happening. There. Sometimes fertilization can happen. So you can release the egg, it meets with the sperm, and then we have fertilization, but it ends there. And some women experience what we call an ectopic pregnancy. And from what I've heard, I've never experienced it, from what I've heard, it is painful. Like people who have described the pain, they felt like they were dying. That's how painful it is. So endometriosis can lead to ectopic pregnancies. This is dangerous. This is dangerous, and this is the reason why we have to talk about these issues. We need to educate ourselves. We need to know what is happening so that we are better equipped, I guess, for a lack of a better word. But yeah, so this endometriosis can cause ectopic pregnancies from happening. Sometimes, fertilization is successful, and implantation can also be successful. But a lot of women living with endometriosis also suffer miscarriages. So, fertilization can also be successful, right? And then the egg or the embryo then travels down and attaches itself to the lining of the uterus for implantation. But sometimes this does not happen, and that is because endometriosis creates a hostile environment for implantation to be successful. This is what endometriosis does, guys. With having a hostile environment, it means that it's going to affect the quality of the embryo. And I think that's the reason why women living with endometriosis then suffer miscarriages, because a lot of women who have endometriosis have mentioned how they have suffered from a miscarriage, and this is because the environment is just not conducive enough for the embryo to live in there, to grow in there. Endometriosis just attacks everything. It just attacks everything. It annoys me. So, another thing that women who live with endometriosis or people living with endometriosis do experience is that they are unable to carry full term. This is not the case for all women, but most people living with endometriosis are unable to carry full term. And this is because tissue can change can affect the hormonal environment needed for a healthy pregnancy. And when I came across this information, I thought to myself, I wasn't able to carry full term. And when I asked my doctor and the doctors that I saw, because I was referred to different doctors, when I asked my doctor if endometriosis was a reason for this or could be one of the reasons for this, I was told no. What I suffered had absolutely nothing to do with endometriosis. But when I read up on what I had or what I experienced, which is, what do we call it? Abruptio. They say that they don't know what causes an abruptio, and they are still, we are still speculating, or it could be this, it could be that. But when I came across this information that endometriosis can affect the hormonal environment for a healthy pregnancy, I thought to myself, could it have been that endometriosis was one of the leading factors to me not, carrying full term? I don't know. I still have that question. Like, I'm still questioning that. I'm still asking myself those questions, but unfortunately, I'll never find the answers, or maybe not now, because when I asked the doctor, my doctor said that endometriosis had absolutely nothing to do with it. When I asked another doctor, they said no, but maybe somebody could have said, maybe it could have been because endometriosis does change. This tissue does change the hormonal environment that is needed to have a healthy pregnancy or to carry a healthy pregnancy. I don't know. I'll never know. Okay, so moving on, before I cry. Moving on, endometriosis can also lead to diminished ovarian reserves, right? So ovarian reserves are basically the number of eggs in your ovaries, and obviously the quality of those eggs in your ovary. And this means that if you have a decreased or diminished ovarian reserve, it means that there aren't enough eggs. There aren't enough healthy eggs for fertilization to occur, right? Hey, another thing that I came across is that a decrease in ovarian reserve can also be caused by surgery. Guys, it's a lot. It's a lot. And this is the reason why in my previous video I mentioned that it's so important for you to go to a specialist when it comes to such issues. If you believe that you have endometriosis or you live with endometriosis, please do not go to just a regular gynae. Please go to a specialist, the person that deals with this every day. So, continuous surgery can lead to a decrease in ovarian reserve. I know that surgery is basically the golden key for endometriosis, for treatment of endometriosis, for helping one with fertility. It does help, but in some cases it reduces your ovarian reserves, so you don't have much eggs or much healthy eggs or quality or eggs of quality that leave the ovary. Yeah, it just seems like there's just no winning. Like Gunini, guys, it's a lot, and it's draining, and it's like all I can do is laugh, like, because it's a lot. So I mean, a lot of doctors can like encourage fertility treatments, such as IVF. IVF has been obviously suggested to us, but we decided not to go the IVF route. Mara Malobamu, when I was at the fertility, mentioned how endometriosis can actually affect IVF, or it can affect implantation from happening. And this is because of the hostile environment that endometriosis has already created. So like there is no win-win situation. So if I go for IVF, there's a possibility that IVF may not be successful because this has altered the hormonal environment for pregnancy, for a healthy pregnancy to occur. And like there's just no winning. Like I just don't know. Like I just don't know. It's like there's like no winning, which is quite frustrating. It's quite frustrating. Let me just refresh your guys' memory. Endometriosis can, number one, block the egg from being released from the ovary, right? It can also decrease the quality of the egg. We need a healthy egg in order to fall pregnant, but endometriosis does affect the quality of one's eggs. Also, endometriosis can also block the fallopian tube. It can also prevent the fallopian tube from picking up the egg. Thank you. Also, fertilization can happen. It can be successful, but because the fallopian tube is blocked, the egg or the embryo cannot travel down to attach to the uterus, which causes ectopic pregnancies. Endometriosis can change and alter the hormonal environment where for fertilization to be successful and for a healthy pregnancy to occur. Endometriosis it can decrease ovarian reserves. This is the number of your eggs and the quality of, I've already mentioned that it can decrease the number of the eggs that you need in order for fertilization to happen. Endometriosis can lead to miscarriage, and this is because of the hormonal environment, just not having a conducive environment for a pregnancy or healthy pregnancy to occur. Surgery can also affect in your ovarian reserves. It can decrease your ovarian reserves. This is why it's very important to have a conversation with your doctor. You need somebody that is skilled doctor, fertility doctor, who knows and understand that particular illness that you live with. You need somebody that is also quite trained and is able to perform surgery in a way that it will not affect your reproductive organs. This is why it's important, guys. I will never stop preaching how important it is to go and see a specialist. You can be told or advised to go the IVF route, but unfortunately it does not always work out, especially for women or people living with endometriosis, because endometriosis can prevent implantation from occurring, and this is due to the hostile environment that it has created. Whew, it is a lot, but we will continue sharing information so that we are clued up, so that when we talk to our doctors, we know what we are talking about. We don't just take what the doctors are saying to us, so that we are able to come up with the best plan for ourselves with our doctors. But it is possible pregnant even with endometriosis. It is possible to carry full term with endometriosis. You just need to change, your lifestyle, eat healthy, exercise, take your supplements, listen to your doctor, have a good plan. Have a good plan. You and your doctor must have a good plan in how you guys are both going to manage endometriosis together. It is a team effort. It is not just, you cannot achieve it uliwani. It is a team effort. You need everybody to support you. You need a doctor that listens, a doctor that is able to support you. You need a supportive partner. You need a supportive partner. You really need a supportive partner, because kunzima, guys. Yo, kuningi. And it only keeps on getting kuninga, but goes our right one day. I hope that you guys found this information insightful. I know I was all over the place, but I hope that you guys were able to get what I was trying to say to you guys. And yeah, please do share this video with all your loved ones, your friends, your families, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.